Okay, so today I want to show our new availability calendar reports. These reports are really handy for embedding into your website or just printing out or just going to have another way to see your calendar. We've restructured them, kept all of the same functionality, but the layout is a lot cleaner, a lot more modernized, and should be a lot easier to use. So I'll just go through all 4 of these reports kind of quickly. They're all kind of laid out the same way, but there are a couple of differences, and they just do show the calendar a little bit different. Up at the top, you always have the refresh, and then we have print and print color options. Those are just going to open up the calendar that's showing on your screen in a new window and allow you to print it or just link to it directly. And that's why we have this link box here. So you can select, this is availability report, just the first one. You can say the number of months you want to show. This was all same functionality that we had in the past. You can now select from a lot of different look and feel. So if you're embedding this in your website, that's really handy because then you can pick a theme which matches your website. I'm just showing a couple of new themes here. One difference as well is that we put in hide header and footer on most of these reports. So that also makes it easier when you're opening it up in a new window and embedding this like in an iframe. You don't need to have any of the header and footer showing here. So I'll just, now if the header and footer is showing, you would see this on top and then also down here the logo, but that's now easy to hide. Another nice thing is you can hide the guest names. You can use a generic and unavailability color. We had this before, but it's now working a bit better. Click refresh, and that will totally change the colors. And of course, pick colors that look nice for the theme that you select. And also, if you're embedding this in your website, that look good on your website. And let's see where else. One other quick note is this should be fully responsive. So that means that it works really nice on a cell phone or a small screen. This is scrollable, and you'll see the first column there with the room names is sticky. So that means it's fixed in place and the content scrolls right behind it. That's a big improvement. Also, as we narrow this page down, you can see it all is really easy to use even on a narrow screen. So that'll be great for people that are using this on the go. Let's look at availability, select rooms number 1. This is similar, allows for a little bit different way that it's set up. Big yellow in, you can select, these are the different properties. Okay, so continuing here, we can select which rooms for each property apply and should show on this calendar. You can have multiple properties selected as well, of course. Makes it really easy to click all or none on each of those properties. And then, of course, we have the themes, just like the other first report there. And it's scrollable and responsive, just like the other one as well. So it works real nice on small devices with a sticky first column. And of course, you can hide the header and footer now. That's a new change to these reports. Hide the room numbers. So if you just want to see the room names, you can also hide the guest names. Show cleaning status. There's a lot of different options that can be set up. And it really all comes down to how you want to use these reports and where you plan to use them. Now, I should mention that you can embed this in an iframe on your website, but another way a lot of users do this is give these links directly like to a housekeeper so that they can see the units that they're responsible for and just go directly to the link without having to have a full login to your ReservationKey account. Let's look at select rooms number 2 availability report. It now has individual calendars for each month instead of listing the dates out horizontally. This works really well for individual units. So say you have some vacation rentals and you want to have a calendar just for that one rental. Then you can build a report page that just pulls up that one rental, 12 months. Pick the calendar that matches your theme, and then you can embed this right on your website. Or like I said before, give this to a housekeeper. Could be real handy. And let's just show what that looks like when you open it up. The housekeeper could just come straight to this page and then select any date range they want. Or of course we could hide that header and footer and then refresh and open it. Then you will just see a page with just the calendars for this particular unit. The selection of the rooms is a lot cleaner now than it was before, especially because these are expandable sections for each property. And finally, let's look at select rooms number 3, availability calendar. This report was probably the one that was most commonly embedded in an iframe, and we even included the link in the iframe code here at the bottom, but you could use this basic iframe code with any of these reports. You just need to replace this source link with the link that you get from the other reports. But again, this is the same card style selection of units within each property. Here we can also set the color for the unavailability and select all of the rooms or units to show. I recommend setting a color that kind of matches the theme, and then just look through the themes and decide which one you like the best. And then once you're satisfied with that, you can open it up in a new window. You can use this open link to see it. And this is how it would look when it was embedded on your page, on your website. And you can, of course, make the page narrower just to kind of simulate what it might look like on a phone. And here again, we have a scrollable area with a fixed column on the left side, which makes it real easy to use on a narrow device like a phone. Also updated these buttons at top here for the month selection. So I think that really covers the new availability calendar reports. We look forward to continuing to overhaul some of the other reports in the near future, and we hope you like these changes.